Alright, what is good YouTube? It is your boy QDZ. We are back again with some more Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra content. Today we are doing a tier list, man. It's about time we get the tier list going. I really have been playing a lot off camera, bro. I'm trying to get to S rank in damage roll and technical roll and tank roll, really all the roles really. But I've had a lot of experience playing some of these characters and playing against most of these characters, and I have a pretty good understanding of how good some of these characters are. So I figured it's about that time we make a tier list on it, share my own opinions, my own thoughts based on my own gameplay. So it's about that time that we make a tier list. But before we get into the tier list, if you guys enjoy these Gekishin Squadra videos, please be sure to like, subscribe, so I can bring more of this to the channel. But enough with that, let's get into the tier list. Should I change these tiers? You know what I'll do? We'll do a tier list. We'll do a tier list with the letters, and then I'm going to do a tier list basing them off of their role from best to worst. So we'll do the original tier list, and I'm gonna do a separate tier list where they're in their respective roles: damage, technical, and tank, and from best to worst. So let's start with the first character, Super Saiyan Goku. Okay, confession, I have played Super Saiyan Goku a little bit, and what's really his attraction is his Kaioken. Now, he did get a nerf in season 1, but I still think he's a Z tier character. I just like the Kaioken giving him the movement speed. I took, when I looked at his abilities for the first time I used them, I was like, okay, Kaioken, you use Kaioken with like everything, and that's just how you kill people. Also, not to mention his Spirit Bomb. Obviously, everybody's ult in this game pretty much just kind of one shot. Well, not really, but some people's ult in this game pretty much one shots. And Goku, if you use the Kaioken and use the Spirit Bomb at level 3, nobody's surviving. So I think this guy was one of the most slept on characters in the game, and then he became the best character in the game for a little bit, in my opinion. So I'm gonna throw him in Z tier. He got a nerf, so if you want to throw him in S tier, that's fine, but he's in this range. But for this sake, I'm gonna put him in Z tier. He's really good. Next up is Piccolo. Piccolo got a buff, man. I don't know about y'all, bro, but I've been getting dogged by Piccolo, bro. I swear, I've been getting dogged by Piccolo, bro. His light grenade, bro, for some reason, bro, I just like, I'll be minding my business in a fight, and Piccolo just throws out his light grenade from over yonder, and I just get one shot, bro. Like, it's not even funny, bro. Like, he would just be across the freaking map, bro. He throws out his light grenade, and I'm assuming it explodes and does more damage, and it just one shots me almost every single time. So Piccolo is really good. He used to be trash, but then he got a buff. His Hellzone grenade is really good with the little traps everywhere, and not to mention his special beam cannon, which, I mean, fully charged is the automatic one shot. So I mean, Piccolo is really good. I feel like he's really good at trapping people's zone. He's good at zoning. He's good at I really think zoning is his specialty, honestly. Zoning is Piccolo's specialty. He's probably not that great up close, but special beam cannon, Hellzone grenade, and his light grenade just chilling. Like, he's pretty good. So I've been getting dogged by Piccolo recently, bro. So I'm gonna just throw him right there. Piccolo at S tier. Is he better than Goku? No, but he's really good, so I'm gonna throw him there. Frieza is, I would put Frieza in like B tier. The thing about Frieza is that, like, he's just like, I feel like he serves one purpose, and like, he's best at defending just because he has Zarbon and Dodoria to back him up. So like, most of the time you'll see Frieza just chilling by the god with Zarbon and Dodoria like over there to defend, or you'll see Frieza trying to sneak on your side to get your god, and since he has that ability that gives him like a movement boost, he's hard to catch sometimes. I've had times where we're going on the offense and then I forget about Frieza and he's already at our god, and by the time we get over there he's just dashing around, and he's got Zarbon and Midoriya who are just continuously attacking you, doing damage. So I think Frieza's really good. Only thing is he could be a little easy, like not easy to catch, but if he's in the middle of a fight it's pretty easy to kill him if he doesn't manage to get away. So I mean, he's good. I haven't used him that much. I've just fought against him. I've yet to go against a crazy Frieza, but I've gone against plenty of annoying Friezas who don't get kills, but they just get kills on the god of destruction, which ultimately causes us to lose the game. So Frieza's really good. I'm gonna leave him in B tier. I think there's some characters that are better than him, but he's overall a decent character. Baby young body, I'm gonna put Baby. By the way, these characters, I think I'm gonna order them in their tiers, respective tiers, and then I'm also gonna order them in their roles. Baby, I'm gonna put Baby right here in B tier. The reason why I think Baby's skill 1 ability is really good, because it, especially on Superstar, it's really good for pushing people back and all that stuff. So it's a really good ability. My only gripe with Baby, bro, and this is really not just Baby, it's Baby players, bro. If I'm fighting with Baby and the enemy is dogging us out and Baby jumps, my baby, pause, the baby that's on my team jumps into my body to protect himself, and I end up taking all the damage. Now I know he's healing me, but majority of the time that healing is not enough when you're getting jumped. I've had so many times where I'm fighting alongside Baby, he jumps into me, I get jumped, I die, and he just somehow manages to get out of that situation, and that's so frustrating. And it's only, he always does it when he has more than enough HP to just stay out and help me fight. Like, if I'm low on HP, I understand because you're healing me a little bit, even though it's still not viable, but I don't know. I think, in my opinion, out of the tanks, I think Baby might be the worst one. But he's still decent. It's just the people that play him, just, I don't know. I feel like he has more potential, but he's just not used right, and this is just not the meta for him. So I'm gonna put Baby right there. Let's move on to the next one. Next is Zamasu. I'm gonna put Zamasu also in B tier, and I'm gonna put him above Baby. I haven't really had any trouble with Zamasu, like, ever. He does heal, but like normally if I'm going against a Zamasu, like, I'm jumping him. Like, me and whoever else is with me, we're jumping him, bro, because he's healing and he doesn't really do that much damage. He doesn't really do much of anything besides healing. I've never struggled with Zamasu. I think he's a better tank than Baby in terms of sustain, but I mean, he's just there, you know, like, I've never really had trouble with Zamasu, and I honestly, if I have Zamasu on my team, I really don't think he's all that. So not much to say about him. He's just a solid tank. That's it. It's done with Zamasu. Let's move on to Super Oob. I've been using Oob a lot, bro. Like, I in top 30 right now in terms of Oob players. I'm top 30 with Oob right now on the rankings, and I gotta say, if you know what you're doing with Oob, he's good, bro. Now, I'm biased, bro. I really put Oob up here, bro, but we gonna keep it realistic for the video. I'm put Oob right here, bro. Oob is really good though. Oob, if you watch my video with Oob, bro, I had a little bit of struggles with the first match because I played right after the maintenance, but Oob is a chase down master, bro. If people trying to run away against Oob, it does not work, bro. If you use the right build where you get the extra vanish, you get a speed boost, you get his chase down ability that grants him his cyclone, like, nobody can run from you, because his I'm gonna say it from a PlayStation or controller perspective, his left trigger ability, if you level it up at least twice, he's able to dash towards an enemy and hit them with unavoidable blasts. So combine that with 2 vanishes and movement speed, you essentially can vanish 4 times to get in and out of situations. So somebody is trying to run, you can vanish towards them 4 times with double vanish, and you're hitting them at the same time with your cyclone, and it causes a lot of damage and chase down ability, and it's good for confirming kills and getting kills. I have to say, bro, Oob is really good. I really am tempted to put him in S tier, but I feel like people think he's bad, or like, the only thing I have a gripe with Oob is his ultimate. I wish it was better. On level 3, his ultimate turns people into candy if they stick in the beam long enough, but I feel like it should just do that from the jump. I mean, his ultimate is just a large beam, and it's really not even large, it's just a skinny beam, and it just goes straight forward. So I really wouldn't even say his ultimate is all that, and his barrier's decent. Really, Oob just relies on his left and right trigger, or his left trigger and his right bumper is what Oob relies on the most. So I think he's pretty good if you know how to use him. I know how to use him, and I get good value out of him. So I'm gonna put Oob right there. Let's move on to the next one. My next one is Krillin. I'm gonna put Krillin in A tier. I'm gonna put him behind Oob. Yeah, I'm gonna put him behind Oob. I really have a bone to pick with this character, bro. I really hate going against Krillin. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He's not like crazy in terms of like getting kills or anything like that. He's just super annoying, bro. He puts traps everywhere. The minute you get close to him, he solar flares and he disappears. I've had so many times where I'm about to kill Krillin and he solar flares, bro. Or I kill Krillin and I turn around, I step into a trap and I take damage or I die. Like, Krillin is beyond frustrating to go against, and I really just like, he's frustrating to go against, bro. Nonetheless, he's a good character. I haven't really used him that much, but he's annoying to go against, and he's probably one of the best at the technical role. So I'm gonna put him right there. That's Krillin. Let's move on to the next one. Deborah. I'm gonna put Deborah probably right here. Yeah, I'm gonna put Deborah right here. Deborah's decent. I've had a lot of games where I've just got dogged by Deborah. He has petrifying, the flame thing, that applies movement speed down. I've also had times where Deborah he has an ability that will freeze you and just stop you from being able to use any of your abilities or being able to see or do anything. I'm not sure what it is, but that ability in and of itself is just stupid annoying, bro. Like, I swear he'll hit me with that and I'm not able to use any of my abilities for like at least like 5-6 seconds, bro. And it's basically just a kill confirm, bro. I feel like Deborah can be really crazy in the right hands. It's also kind of crazy how he's a pick for this game out of all the characters in Dragon Ball. But nothing too crazy about Deborah, man. I still think these characters are better than him, but he's really good. I'm gonna leave him right there. Nothing too much to say about him. He's good in the right hands. Next up is Majin Buu. I'm gonna put Buu. I know Buu got a buff, but even with the buff, I mean, this could just be biased because every time I get a teammate that plays Buu, they just suck. I'm gonna put Buu right here. I don't see a world where he's better than Krillin, man. He does heal and he does do some other stuff, but every time I have a Buu on my team, it's just an automatic L, bro. Like, it really is, bro. I don't think I've ever won a game like demandingly with a Buu on my team, bro. It's either a loss or just the struggle of my life, bro. He does heal your teammates passively with his little abilities. He has the thing where he obviously can turn people into candy, and he can what's his one ability where he just wraps people up and it gets bigger and bigger, which is pretty annoying because it slows people down. But I mean, in a fight, he's fish food for me. I mean, he's just, especially when I'm going with Boo, yeah, he heals me, but it's just not enough when we're getting jumped, and he doesn't really have any great offensive capabilities. Again, this is just my personal experience. Obviously, some people would probably put him higher after his buffs, but personally, bro, I don't see anything crazy with Boo, so I'm just gonna put him at the top of B tier. But I do think he has a little bit of shine over these guys. He can make something work. Next up is Android 18. I'm gonna put Android 18 right here. I'm gonna put Android 18 right here. Android 18 is really good. She's a big, heavy melee character. The only reason I'm putting her under these guys is because she's a melee character, and these guys' specialty is like zoning and shooting from afar. So in order for her to really even do anything, she has to get close to people, which can be dangerous for sometimes, especially if like you're trying to get close to these two right here. Or if you're trying to get, even if you're trying to get close to Goku, man, I mean, like, he just goes Kaioken, Meteor Hammer, and the Kamehameha, and you're screwed. She obviously can get close to Piccolo, but I mean, if she gets close to Piccolo, she could do damage. But I've had some times where Android 18 has put the pause on me, man, but her only little zoning ability is her Destructo Disc. But other than that, I really haven't had much trouble with Android 18, although her and Krillin together, I mean, you might think it's crazy, but these two together on one route is they kind of cook, bro. They kind of cook, I'm not gonna lie. With Krillin just solar flaring and throwing traps everywhere, and his thing that just, Krillin's whole thing is just making you not be able to see, and then Android 18 just sneaks up on you and kills you. So she's really good. I'm gonna leave her right there in A tier. Let's move on to the next one. Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla, I'm gonna put her in S tier, right above Piccolo. Not Piccolo. Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla. She's really good. She has some good abilities. She has like her what's it called? Is it called Fear? I've been using a lot of Caulifla. Like, Caulifla is the main tank that I play besides Cooler, but it's not Wrath, but Provoke. That's what it is. She has the Provoke thing, and it helps you do extra damage with her kick. She's really good at getting people away with her left trigger ability, the barrier field. She has good sustain, good damage. I guess she's better with the better build. I know some people that go complete defense with her and they have crazy sustain, or people that go full damage and they're just tearing through the lobbies. I've done both. She's good with both. I prefer to do a mix, but I think Caulifla is the second best tank. We're gonna move on to the next weak character, but that's Caulifla. Let's move on to the best tank in my opinion, and that's Cooler. Cooler is probably one of the most sustainable tanks. I mean, he doesn't really die like that. Obviously he has a transformation. He has his ability where he literally just dunks you into the ground. He has his little laser beam thing. Like, Cooler's good. I mean, Cooler just doesn't really die. He doesn't really, like, when I first used Cooler for a video, when I first used Cooler in general, bro, I was just dogging people. I was cooking people. You know, you do his little combo, his 1-2 combo, and people are already just out of your way, trying to get out of your way and retreat. So I'm gonna put Cooler in Z tier. I think he's the best tank in the game. I can't wait until he gets an actual good partner. Right now, I feel like his best partner is probably like Oob. Anybody with a little bit of range to them is good with Cooler, because Cooler just takes the frontline damage. The people behind him do more damage. So I'm gonna put Cooler right there in Z tier. He's pretty good. He's pretty good tank, best tank in the game. And we're gonna move on. Next character is Bojack. I'm gonna put Bojack in C tier. I've never had a good game with Bojack. Never had anybody on my team do good with Bojack, and I've never had an opposing Bojack put belt to ass against me. His ultimate sucks. I mean, his abilities are whatever. I mean, for the sake of it, I'm probably gonna do a video on this guy, but I don't even know if I'm gonna hop in a rank with him, bro. I mean, we'll just have to see. But He's good. I mean, not good. He's decent, but he's just not better than these guys. And you know, most of the time, like when your back is against the wall and Zeno's coming down to your god and everybody's popping ults at the same time, nobody in their right mind is scared of Bojack's ult. Like his ult starts off wide and gets smaller, and it's just not it, bro. People make memes about Bojack. I don't think he's really that great. I don't really have much to say about him, to be honest. So that's Bojack. I'm putting him in C tier. Let's move on to the next character. Kid Gohan. Kid Gohan's got some good support. I would put him probably right here. I would put Kid Gohan above Boo, but I would keep him in B tier. I haven't really seen many Kid Gohans lately, but he seems to have, he has some good protecting abilities. He actually does fit the technical role pretty well. I just don't really have much trouble with him. I mean, he has an ability that stuns you, can protect his allies. He has some decent damage. He's just overall just a solid character. I just don't struggle with him that much, and I definitely don't think he's better than Krillin as far as the technical role goes. So not much to say about him. I'm gonna put Gohan right there. Let's move on to the next character. Next character is Trunks. I'm gonna put Trunks in A tier, at the top of A tier. Trunks is really good burst damage wise. I've had times where I get him down to low HP and he pops his ult, or he pops his burst damage combo, and I'm just dead. I probably am gonna do a video on Trunks. I have used him. I did go through a Trunks phase for a little bit. So he's pretty good. I mean, burst damage in this game is really what gets you kills, because people get away a lot, and Trunks is good at kind of preventing that with his damage. So I think he's one of the best damage roll characters in the game, but obviously he's got a couple of characters ahead of him. But Trunks, not too bad. If I see him on the enemy team, I know I gotta look out for him. If he's on my team, I'm hopeful that we're gonna win. So I'm gonna put Trunks in A tier. Nothing too crazy about that. Next up, we got his father, Super Saiyan Vegeta. I'm gonna put Vegeta in S tier. I'm gonna put him above Piccolo, but I'm gonna put him behind Khalifa. So I think Vegeta is the third best tank in the game, but I don't think there's much of a gap between these three. Vegeta, just like these two, he's a tank. He has great sustain. He has an ability, this one ability that he has that is so annoying to me. It's the photon bomber, man. He throws that and it drags you in. I hate that ability with a passion, bro. I do not like that ability, because it's just like you try to run away and he just drags you in. It's almost like the galactic donut, but it's more instant and it's really annoying. But other than that, compared to the other two tanks, I feel like his ult doesn't really provide much. He's just somebody, good sustain, decent damage, can tank a lot of hits. So I think he's really great. I'm gonna put him in S tier. I'm see Vegeta on the other team. You already know what's up with him. Next character, Daima Goku. I'm gonna put Daima Goku in A tier, but I'm gonna put him in front of the Bora. I've had my fair share of Daima Goku battles. It's really like 1 in every 20 matches where Daima Goku runs the lobby. I've gone against a Daima Goku that dropped 20 on me, so that was fun. But I feel like he's a very situational character, very heavily melee based with his regular attacks. I just don't think he's better than the rest of these guys, just because of how dependent he is on his melee. Again, I feel like melee characters in this game don't really sit too well unless you're a tank, because at the end of the day, when you're leveling up your skills, you kind of want to level up the skill that causes the most area damage, or the skill that causes the most damage over time or instantly. And most of these melee characters, in order for them to even do that type of damage, they have to get close to you, which a lot of people just like to run away and shoot from afar. So that's why I think Daimogoku struggles a little bit, but in the right situations he can cook and he can be annoying. So I'm gonna put Daimogoku right there. I'm gonna put him above the board, but I think the rest of these guys, the damage characters, are a bit better. Why is Topo here? That's crazy. Next up we got Cell. I'm gonna put Cell in A tier. I'm gonna put Cell probably right here. Yeah, I'm gonna put Cell right here in A tier. I used to think Cell was really OP with his ultimate, locking you kind of in the Cell Games arena, which honestly I think they really could have just gave him a different ultimate with like the Solar Kamehameha or something. I don't know. He really should have a Kamehameha, but I don't know. Other than that, I feel like some of his other abilities are kind of, they're not weak, but they're just kind of weaker compared to these other guys. I've used Cell a couple times. He's decent, man. He has really good sustain, I'll tell you that. I keep saying that about the tanks. Obviously they're tanks, they have good sustain, but he's just kind of there. I've never really been in a lobby where Cell kind of runs the lobby that much. I mean, I've seen him where he gets MVP, but he gets a couple kills, but nonetheless, he's either in the forefront taking all the damage, or he's in the back just doing nothing. So I'm gonna put Cell right there. I don't really have much to say about him. He's just kind of not better than the other three tanks, but he's decent. I'll put him there. Next up we got Android 17. I'm low-key gonna put Android 17 at the top of A tier. I'm gonna do a video on Android 17. He's probably the next character I'm gonna showcase. This guy, I mean, I feel like he fits the description of support. I guess that counts as technical role because they're kind of support characters, but Android 17 giving your allies extra HP with his barrier and his ultimate, like slowing people down. I mean, like he just feels like the backbone of the team most of the time, or just like the backbone of your route. I've had so many times where I save my ally because, you know, you got those allies that they want to feed and they want to chase the enemy down, and you know they come back with low HP. You pop your barrier, give them a little bit of HP, take some damage so they can run away. Like, he's just really good at supporting, and I like that about him. So I'm gonna put him at the top of A tier. I think he's better than the rest of these technical characters that I've had so far. I really do want to make a video on him. He's really good. So yeah, that's Android 17. Next character on the list, I'm gonna put Hit. Oh, this pains me, bro. Hit is my favorite, like one of my favorite characters in Dragon Ball, but I'm gonna put Hit right here. I mean, nah, I'm gonna put him right here. Dude, I can't, man. Like, he's just, and it's because he's just so technical to play. If you're really good at him, you can get good value on him, which is the only reason why I'm putting him in A tier, because I've had times where Hit has been super annoying, but like, I just feel like majority of the player base cannot use him correctly. And even if you try, like, his whole thing is going invisible, hitting you with a strike to stun you, and then trying to finish you off from there. And like, from my experience, it almost never works. He'll hit me, he'll stun me, he'll do one more hit, and then he'll run away because he knows I'm about to beat his ass as soon as I'm done getting stunned. Or it's just like, I don't want to say he's useless on the battlefield, but he feels useless most of the time. I've never really been getting super dogged by a hit before. Most of the time, if there's a hit on my team or the enemy team, by the time the match is over, he's done the least amount of work because he spent most of the time invisible searching for people to stun, and either it works or it doesn't, but most of the time it doesn't. So I'm gonna put Hit in A tier. I think obviously Krillin and 17 are way better than him. honestly, if you really ask me, would I put Gohan and Boo over him? I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I might. I'm thinking about that. Gammas. I did a video on the Gammas already. I'm gonna put the Gammas. I'm gonna put them right here. Yeah, I think Android 18 is better than the Gammas. Just by a little bit. The only thing about the Gammas is they have 2 lives and the core breaker. That's it. 2 lives and the core breaker. I've had times where the core breaker just blows everything to smithereens. I think of the core breaker as basically a fully charged special beam cannon. You get hit by it, you're dead instantly. They're pretty good though. Obviously, Gamma 1 dies, you have Gamma 2 shows up, or vice versa. I really feel like I should use them more because the 2 lives is pretty good in my opinion. So they have some pretty good abilities. Their first ult does a little stun when they do their little superhero poses, so it's good for like setting up stuff. And then obviously the core breaker. So I'm gonna put Gamma 1 and 2 right there. They're pretty good. Let's move on to the next character, and the next character is Kale. I'm gonna put Kale in S tier. I would put her higher. The only reason I'm putting Kale right here, she is one of the best DPS in the game, but it's only for one reason, and that's her ultimate, bro. In my opinion, at least. When she pops her ult, it's just like I just have to sit there and take it, bro. I can't get out of it. She'll chase you. She'll just the rest of her abilities don't seem to really do anything. Like I mean, you know, it's just she pops her ultimate and then everything goes to hell. Everybody dies. So I really think Kale is one of the best DPS in the game just because of that, but she has some pretty good zoning abilities before she goes berserk. So she kind of does best of both worlds in a sense, but her main feature is her ultimate. So I'm gonna put Kale in S tier. I think she's probably one of the second best DPS in the game, maybe third. I'm gonna put Super Saiyan 3 Goku probably here, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in Z tier. I'm gonna put him above Kale. I don't think it's a gap. I don't think it's that much of a gap between them, but yeah, I'm gonna put Super Saiyan 3 Goku above Kale. The only reason I say that is because this guy benefits off of so much of the divine draws that it's pretty crazy. The whole basis of his kit is around the Kamehameha and the instant transmission. I mean, you have the Cell Juniors. If this guy gets going on the Cell Juniors, it's a wrap. You have the Super Start, it's a wrap. This Super Skill 1 damage boost, it's a wrap. So this guy benefits more than probably every character in the game off divine draws. So I think he's really, really good. I think he's, in that sense, just because of that, he's better than most of these guys. So I don't know, would I say he's better than Goku, Super Saiyan Goku? Probably not, just because Goku has a lot of sustain abilities. Super Saiyan 3 Goku can get out of situations with the instant transmission, which is really, really clutch, but the whole finding your target thing could be tricky sometimes, and it could cause you to get killed. So I don't know, I'm gonna put him in Z tier. I've been using Super Saiyan 3 Goku a lot to climb to S rank. My 2 main damage characters are him and Oob, so I've been dogging with them recently. So I'm gonna put Goku in S tier. Let's move on to the last character because Topo is not out yet. Gotenks. I'm gonna put Gotenks in S tier. I'm gonna put him above Piccolo. I think Gotenks is the best technical role in the game right now. I've been using Gotenks a lot, been dogging people. I mean, the Galactic Donut, the Ghost, his super hyper ultra combo thing that stuns them for a little bit, and then you do that, you go straight into Super Ghost Kamikaze attack, Galactic Donut. It's just too much, bro. He feels more like a damage character than a technical character because he doesn't really like support or anything. He applies a couple debuff statuses to the enemy, but that's about it. I'm gonna put him right here in S tier. I do think he's the best technical role in the game, but not really by a long shot. I think Android 17 can compete a little bit, but yeah, man, that's the tier list, bruh. I'm curious to see where Topo ends up in this tier list. I would assume he's at least an S tier. Hopefully he's a tank. But I mean, this is a tier list. I really don't even think I need to organize them by role, because they're kind of already organized by role. I mean, from best to worst, damage wise, you got Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, then Kale, Piccolo, Trunks, Oob, 18 Gammas, Mini Goku, Deborah, and then Bojack at the very end. And then tanks, you got Cooler's the best tank, Khalifa, Vegeta, Cell, and then these two down at the bottom, Zamasu and Baby. And then as far as technical goes, Gotenks is the best one, Android 17, then Krillin, Hit, Gohan, Boo, and then Frieza. Obviously, this is completely opinionated. You guys can make your own tier list if you want to. Everybody has their own opinions. This is just based off my own gameplay, my own experience in season 1 of Gekishin. Obviously, when Topo comes out, this is probably going to change a lot. I'm assuming Topo is probably going to be somewhere up here. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited for the next season. I'm excited for Topo, all the good stuff. I'll put a link to this tier list down below, so you guys can do this if you want to. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. The next Gekishin video I'm probably going to do is on Android 17, so be on the lookout for that video. But other than that, I'll put a link to this tier list down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.